Hello everyone. In this video we'll see table part 2. Means we'll study how to delete rows and column and table, how to resize rows and column, split and merge cell alignment and formulas. Let's see them one by one. First of all, move to delete option. How we can delete rows and column. Now you can see I just want to delete this blank row. For that, I need to first keep my cursor within this row. You can keep your cursor in any one cell of this row. And now you have to just go to Layout tab. From this Layout tab, you have to click on this option, that is Delete. Now you can select Delete Rows. Now the row is deleted. Suppose I want to delete multiple rows. I'm going to delete these two rows. Firstly, select these two rows together and then click on this option delete and again press delete rows. Two rows will be deleted. One way is just right click from the mouse and then you will get a dialog box. From this dialog box, you have to select this option, delete cells. Now, delete cells dialog box will appear. Now, this time you have to select the option, this one, delete entire row. After clicking on OK button, you can see that row is deleted now. Suppose I am going to delete this row. Now, see. We have 2-3 blank columns here. I just want to delete it. Just select it and press this delete option. This time select delete columns. Now you can see my blank column is deleted now. If you want to delete this column, just select it and press delete columns. Or we can delete column by right click on this column and press delete option. This time choose last option, that is delete entire column. Now you can see all the blank rows and column are now deleted. Now come to next point. How we can resize rows and column and table. Suppose I want to increase the height of this row. For that, I need to keep my cursor in any cell of the particular row whose height I want to increase. Now see, I have to just click on the Layout tab and you can see height and width option. In the cell size group, I can increase the height. Suppose I am going to increase it. Now you can see on the screen the height is changing automatically when I click here. If you want to decrease, you can click on this option. Similarly, if you want to increase the width of this particular column, we can increase it by clicking here. Now you can see the width of column is increasing. Suppose I want to increase the height and width of all the rows and column. Each time I need to select the column and then I have to just increase the height and width. But if I want to increase height and width of all the rows and column together, I can do it by clicking on this option, distribute rows. Now see, if I click on this option, you will get all the rows with equal height. Now see, I'm going to press this option. You can see all the rows have equal height. And if I'll press this option, that is distribute columns, you can see all the columns will get equal height. But if you observe, some space is left on my page, so I want to utilize that space. I can use this option auto fit and this time I need to select auto fit to window. Now you can see the table is automatically fit into the desired window. Suppose I want to choose the auto fit to content for this column. I need to keep my cursor here and select auto fit content option. You can see this particular column, the content is automatically fit here. If I'll select this option, distributed columns, then again I'll get equal width of columns. And if I will select this option again, auto fit to window, then my table look like this. So in this way I can increase the size of rows and column and table. Now come to next option, that is split and merge cells. Suppose I want to write on the top of table, that is student record. For that I just need to first insert a row above. So I'm just keeping my cursor any cell of this particular row and I just want to insert row above. You can see a blank row is inserted here. Now I'm going to write students record. But I want to merge all these cells. So I have to just select all the cell. Before selecting all the cells, I will tell you how we can give the border to my table. Firstly, select the entire table. After that, from design tab, you can see there is a group, that is borders group. First of all, I need to select the type of border. Suppose I want a double line border, this border for my table, and now I have to select the border, that is whether I want to give bottom border, top border. I just want all border for my table. Now you can see clearly all the rows and columns and all the cells. Now I have written student record in the first column. I just want to merge all these cells of first row. So I have to first select all the columns and after that I have to press the option, that is merge cell. I can select merge cell option from this group, merge group. Click on this option, merge cell. Now you can see all the cells are merged in one cell. So in this way I can merge cell. Next is how to split cells. Suppose at any point of time I need to divide this cell into multiple rows and column. So for that I have to just split the cell. Click on this option, split cell from the merge group, and the dialog box will appear, split cell dialog box. You can select number of rows and column. Number of column, that is I want to create 2 column and 2 rows itself. Now click on OK. Now you can see 2 rows and 2 column. This particular cell is now split into 2 rows and 2 columns. Next is split table. Suppose I want to split this particular table in 2 tables. For that I need to keep my cursor in any cell from where I want to split the table. Suppose I am keeping my cursor here. Now I have to select this option, split table. It will split my table horizontally. I am going to press it. Now you can see my table is splitted into 2 tables. If you observe, the first row is the heading row that have been colored with black as the upper table. So in this way I can create 2 tables with 1 table. Next is alignment. For alignment I need to merge these table again. So I am going to press Ctrl Z for undo. Now alignment. Purposely I have to just increase the height and width of this cell so that we can easily see about the alignment part. Now see, by default my text is in left direction. We have 9 type of alignments for these cells. That is, you can see the group alignment. Here are 9 type of alignments. That is, by default my text is on the top left corner. If I want top, center, right, it is middle, left, center, middle, right, and bottom left, middle, and right. Suppose I'm keeping my cursor in the center of the cell. For entire table, just need to select the table and press this option. Now you can see all the entries are now in the center of each cell. So in this way I can use alignment part. Now suppose I want to change the direction of the text. How I can change it? Just keep the cursor in one cell and press this option, text direction. Now you can see the direction of my text changes. Again I'll press here the text direction change, and if I'll press again I'll get the normal position of my text. Now come to next point, that is cell margin. Earlier we studied page margin, this time we'll study cell margin. For cell margin I just want a default setting that is upper left corner. I need to set left margin, so I have to just click on this option, cell margin, and you will get a dialog box. From this dialog box you can set top, bottom, left, right margin. Suppose I am going to set the left margin, I just increase the size of left margin and press OK. Now you can see some space on the left hand side. That means left margin is implemented on these cells. So in this way I can change the alignment of the cell. Now last is formula part. Suppose I want to calculate the sum of these numbers. First of all I need to enter a blank row below this row. So I can insert blank row in the last by pressing tab key from the keyboard. Now you can see a blank row is inserted at the bottom. I want to calculate the sum of these number within the word like Excel. So I have to keep my cursor here. If you observe on the screen, there is a data group. From this group I need to select this option, that is formula. If you see, the formula dialog box will appear. You can see formula sum, and in the bracket you can see above. We have 4 options: above, below, left, right. So this time I am going to calculate the sum of all the above number. These numbers, because my cursor is at the bottom cell. So I want to calculate the sum of all above number. I can calculate sum, average, maximum, minimum in this word also. So I have to just click OK. Now you can see it calculated the sum of my above numbers. Suppose I want to just find the maximum number. Again I have to select this formula option. This time I have to just change it. I'm just going to write minimum, min, min, and it will calculate the minimum number from these numbers, that is 67. Likewise I can find the maximum number, I can calculate the average. Now suppose some numbers are written here, 23, this one, and I just want to find the sum of these cells, that is horizontally I want to calculate the sum of these number, and I want result should be in this cell. For that I have to again press this formula option. This time it automatically selected left. I can write above, also above, below, left, right. So I have to just click OK because I want to calculate the sum of left side numbers. Now you can see it calculated the sum of these cells. So in this way I can use the formula in Word also. Last thing is I want to add in this, that is convert to text. I can convert my table into text. I have to just press this option, convert to text. Now I just want in this option paragraph marks and click OK. Now you can see my table is converted into text. Again I'm going to press Ctrl Z and this time I just convert table in tabs and click OK. Now you can see the border is now hide by Microsoft Word and it converted into plain text. So in this way I can work on all the parts of table, that is how to insert table, how to implement style, increase the height and width of the rows and columns, split and merge and so on. That's it for this video.